time to gutter. These things off is a pain in the ass. Wow, okay. She's tight. The purpose of this is I gotta get behind this panel. Nice. Guess I'm gonna need her blade. never usually this tight. Come on, you bitch. Come on, you fuck. Gosh, he's tight. Man, these things are never this tight. Holy mackerel. Hey, Mike. Mike was here. Whoever Mike is. Hey, Mike. Alright, that was fun, wasn't it? Alright, so basically how I'm going to run our wires. Behind here is the electrical panel. And on top, there's they got grommets here to run cable in and out. So, two of my cables got to come out here and go to the front of the ambulance for the head, because the head needs the cable, control cable, and power. And then there's another control head goes in the back of the ambulance, so the cable got to go across here, top of this roof, and then it's got to go around over there. Lots of fun. Anyway, so we're not to get in this far, but holy mackerel, man, that was tight. That was so tight. That was like crazy tight. They didn't really care about coming behind them, that's pretty fucking short. There's so many people asking me about the ambulance installs and the P25 system for Eastern Health Newfoundland here. Government, basically. So I figured what better way to tell you about it and I'll show you how I install it. Alright. Nope, pretty good. Alright. Now, this back of the ambulance, this panel we just took off over here. You can see that. I don't know, I can't see it with a GoPro, but anyway, over there. Now we take out this head here, and then we gotta loosen off this wall. It's just gotta come off because the other head goes there. But now you get the head over there, you're gonna route the cable over there. Easier said than done. It all depends on how much room they left here, which is very little. God love them. Yeah, I love their cotton socks. Let's see. Put the silicone there and see if this ceiling will push up any. Or not. None. Absolutely none. So I get the cable here. As you see, there's a bit of flex in the ceiling. It don't help me. I'm gonna fight the son of a bitch. Get the cable across there. Oh. Fun, fun, fun. Anyway. We're off the hook, boys. Alright. Now I'm going to try to get behind this wall. Easier said than done. We are going behind this wall. One way or the other. Once again, we'll break the seal. All these seals got to be redone again afterwards. Just sitting on that. That is separate. Yes, it is. Separate, right? As you can see. Yeah. Now that all should, well, keyword should, pop out of there. And I gotta grab a hold of it kind of thing. Not easy to get going. Like that. Just like that. There we go. should move forward. Keyword. Should. Alright. There's as much give as I'm going to get there. You know what? That's for sure. I still gotta get our cables over here. No give up there at all. Not a bit. A little bit. A little bit of give. This is all I got to work with. Got about 10 millimeters. That's about it. I'm going to lift that. So I can run the cable on the outside and kind of fish it back. But that's how this side's going to work. Now, we got to get a cable, fish cable, from the electrical panel, or at least from this side anyway. I get it in electrical, no big deal, but an electrical panel across the ceiling into here. That's the next plan of attack. So what we got here is a whip, and we're going to use that to guide our wire across the ceiling, and hopefully, in the luck, we'll get it to grab it on the other side. There's no guarantees with this, but most times it'll work. Alright, so first things first, everybody got a bit of a wire kicking around. It's great to make a fish out of. Here's a fish cable. Now, and get this whip there and grab a hold of it. Hopefully. Sometimes you gotta tear at the insulation because you gotta get at the whip. So, more stuff on the hands at the end of the day, but you know, at this point, I'll make it easy on me. Now, get the whip. Hey, there's your whip. Right there. Yeah. Get it from here over to here. Now. There it is. Force down flat. There we go. Alright. the whip. There's our wire. Now, we're going to get this whip over here. I'm going to get the wire out to that edge now. That's the next hurl. So we can pull the wire across to here. Of course, it'll get stuck. Do. Now, put the whip up again. And try it. And somehow, some fluke. Just need to free it. Okay, so we got two options here. You take the whip, put a little hook on it, and then should pop it. Tricks, boys, tricks. Whip all the way through. Pull it all the way through there. And there's our wire. There it is. All the way from here, across the ceiling, and now we got it over to there. So now we got our route across the ceiling. Ain't pretty, but we made it. So now you want to pull out enough wire, because you're going to be pulling a bit of wire through here. Give yourself lots of wire to play with. Because now we got to get the power cable for the radio, or for the head. We're going to pull that across, get that over here, and then we got to get the control cable for the head across and over to here. And then we're going to fight with it, getting it across in behind here, which is the other trick. Anyway, now we got our 3 conductor wire. The heads require a red for battery power, black for ground, and white is ignition. The cable that comes with the heads are not long enough, so we had to make our own extension cable, basically. So now I'm going to tie this, tape this wire onto the cable we just pulled through. Just like that. Start it. You can pull it from here a little bit. Get a little pry bar. There. Now you can pull the wire across. And this is why this wire has to be so long. Alright. Now, pull off enough of this grey wire. You have enough that'll go to the head here, but also enough to put on the electrical panel. Remember, you can pull it that way, all the way over, and then get it underneath that wall and kind of like pull it back, because then you're going to get it behind the wall. So you got to make sure you leave enough wire on that side. So this wire, your 3 conductor, Take that. Just whiz it on down inside the electrical panel. If you're worried about shorting anything out, well, you can always take the end of the wire. There. Not like I short nothing. Put your hand in there and just grab it. And just put your wire down there. Pull it all down. Pull this one outside the electrical panel and pull it in. I'll show you where that is now. Okay, well, electrical panel is, ta-da! Already got the main body of the radio about it. Get this big aluminum panel plate. Perfect spot. Put your radio. Couldn't ask for a better spot, I don't think. Sometimes you'll find these screws might be stripped out. Just get a bigger screw. And put your panel back. It's no big deal. Alright, there's our grey wire we just pulled across. Now we can pull that one down until she gives us some friction. And there we go. You don't want to pull too much because then you're pulling from the other side. So these are the control cables. Now, this control cable here has to do exactly what we just did with this cable. Fun times. So, alright. Get her done. Okay, so all the small gray wire you put in first, you want to pull that one back now. So she goes tight again. Just like that. Because now we're going to do the exact same thing again. This time we're going to put this cable onto this wire and we're going to pull it over. Hopefully. Now, this cable is like a spring. And it likes to knot in everything. So, do yourself a favor, straighten out the cable before you do anything. And if you think this one is bad, wait until you do what I call the bucket. Yep, you heard right, the bucket. There's a bucket gotta go on these fucking ambulances. Alright. Now, so on the cable you'd put through first, this is now your pull wire. That's the one you want to tape this on. Not onto your 3 conductor wire. Your pull wire. Put it onto that one. Tape it onto that. Then we're going to feed it across. Now this is so big and there's so much insulation above this ceiling. This cable is you're gonna find this cable a bugger to get across. I mean a bugger. This is going to want to take every piece of insulation that's up there and drag with it. So, do yourself a favor. At the very end, leave a little tip. You know, pull over your cable, your tape. That way you can pull your tape off afterwards. You're gonna make stuff easy on yourself. Okay, so right off the bat. So this is where it gets fun. And then you gotta kinda feed that up while you're pulling it, and it'll go through. And you should. There we go. Now just pull it out. Grab a pull wire on this side. And pull it over. And look, your grey wire over here to go across that ceiling. With any luck. There, that she went through. No problem. There we go. So we just untape it. Like so. I always keep a box handy for garbage. I usually use the box that comes with the radio equipment. I use it as my garbage can. You might have a garbage can. I don't know. Alright. Now, you don't want to be pulling too much on this because that's like almost like a Cat 6 cable or something. You must pull as much of this in as you can. You just want enough left on this side to get to the head. Maybe about that much. Oh, there you go. Roll that in. There you go. Now, still getting that all caught down there. Now you must feed this connector down that same grommet. Put down the same one. There you go. Just like that. Alright. There's your cable. Take all the excess, pull it out. If you get any friction at all, stop. Because I guarantee the other side of that wall you can cut onto something. Like I say, this stuff is like a knot. I'm not worried about this one yet. This one goes to the front. We'll worry about that one on the next episode of It's on the Radio and Ambulance. Alright. Now, I'll finish off that wall on the other side. Okay, so now we're going to get destructive. So now we need to put a hole in this wall to mount the head. And the reason we need a hole in the wall is to put these cables to come through it. And the hole got to be big enough, you guessed it, for that there connector. So, first thing you might ask yourself, where in the name of God are you supposed to drill your holes over there? Where do you mount your control head? Well, it's actually fairly easy. Because usually here, this thing is mounted. So first, right off that, mount that. That way you got your clearance for this. Then, we're going to look behind the wall, or feel behind the wall. Get electrocuted. We're going to see if there's anything behind here that is going to cause any problems at all. So anywhere above that outlet there should be fine. Alright, so anywhere above this outlet. So basically we're going to get our head, our control box, whatever, and we're just going to kind of judge it, kind of like that, see? Where the head's kind of going to mount. Because once it puts the hole through, half the hole is going to be covered by this bracket. You see? So the head's going to go up here, below this, between the USB outlet and this thing. Kind of right there in the center. Don't need to be perfect. There is an aluminum bar behind here, so you know you don't want to drill into that or nothing. But kind of centerize it. Maybe perfectly perfect by no means. There, roughly right about there. There we go. Alright, so take your cable again, this end, test it. Still too small. Make it bigger. Is it? No. Keep going. It's got no further. So that's big enough. So that's it. Okay. So we get our hole. Don't mind the mess. We're cleaning that up after. Now. So now we got to get our control cable plugged into that hole. And we got to get our 3 conductor wire into that hole. As you can see, there's no room, so you can't get it above. Can't get above. So what we're going to do is bring the wire like that, top it here. You can do them one at a time if you want. That one there. Inside the hole. Take your control cable. Feed it in there. Keep coming across. Hook it in as you're going. You're pulling this wall here out. Let it go back in. You gotta take a screw or two out, take it out. Don't worry about it. Put it in after. Not the end of the world. Screws in your way. Get rid of it. Easy. Now, you got your pry bar. Watch everything want to fall down, because it normally do want to fall down. Keep your pry bar if you need to. And that gear underneath that lip. Not a lot of room there at all. None in there. Alright. Well, we're going to even further now. Pull it out as much as you need to. Don't worry, we're going to seal it all up again afterwards. The trick to this is to get the cable behind the wall. That's the whole purpose of this exercise. That's one. That's two. Now, okay. Now they're behind the wall. Now I gotta get them through that hole. Now you gotta reach right in behind. Do you see some of the fingers? Ooh, finger. Connector through. There's one. Take your 3 conductor cable. Put him through. Just like that. There you go. Then you push the wall back in place. And when you're done, after you finish doing your ambulance, seal it up with white silicone. That's it. Now, and put her head back. This wire, we don't need this for anything else. So we can pull him through. We don't need him anymore. We'll probably use him again later, but we don't need him here. And now, screw our head butter back where it was. What I do is I usually does a section. Once it finishes a section, before I move on to another section. But that's me. You guys might want to do it your way. I don't know. What do you do? screw holes. Everyone knows how screws never want to go back the same holes. It is it. That's it. Head butts up. Then we put our screws back in the wall over there. Put the caps on. Pass right on through that. You don't get too much. Just let it. Put your cuts back on. That's it. Next part now is just to move the bracket in your head. You see, the bracket comes down and covers the hole. Okay, so we're going to mount the bracket. We're going to be right about there. Leave a little bit of room there because I want to put split them on the wires after. Don't be afraid to use screws, boys. And believe me, they'll tear it off the wall. Without a doubt. Okay. Alright. And there's it. Now we'll put this thing back on the wall. Just like that. We get our screws. We get our screws. You take your blue connector, plug it into the blue plug. Make sure she clicks both ways, top and bottom. I'm just going to put this on very lightly for now. We've still got to do a bit of cable prep yet. For all intents and purposes. That's how you melt your head on that wall. Okay boys, so the next thing we're going to do, we're going to prep our 3 conductor cable. The heads come with a long cable, not long enough for this, so just, you know, that's what this cable, the other cable's for. So just cut off about, I don't know, 8 or 9 inches or so, whatever you're comfortable with. And I'm using 3 butt connectors, blue color ones. Put these on. Alright, so we got our 3 butt connectors put on. And we'll strip back this wire. Well, just remember that there's no power on it. And as a matter of fact, when you're doing your power wires, make sure you hook your power up last, always. Last thing I do when I install, I never have my wires live, ever. I only hook these up last. Like that. Back like that. Strip off your wires. Now, match up your colors. Red to red. Red to red. White to yellow. White or yellow is always ignition on radio systems. And then black is your ground. Like that. Do a pull test on them. Make sure you're going to stay there. Now, get your little torch or whatever you got, and shrink down these things. And that's it. Now you have your power cable, which starts from here and ends in the electrical panel. Just like that. There you go. Now we're going to get the black electrical tape. It's another step I usually take. A little bit extra security. Every little bit of insulation helps, especially behind a wall. couple layers on it. Just let it. Then you take the wire, poke it behind the wall. Might help take the head off at this point. Or you could have left it off altogether, it didn't really matter. But anyway, this wire here now is going to go behind that wall. In the void. And then it, connector's red, plug's red. Always color code it. 2 snaps. Poke it behind. Just like that. This one here is for your speaker, which we're going to put on the wall. For right now, that is it. That's what you're looking at. That's your setup. There guys. I'll put this down as part A. Installing a radio. And then, there you guys. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And who knows? Might do some more of these. Just thought. Anyways, all the best.